You are comfortable with synthetic division, right?
Yeah.
Synthetic division, right? So let me ask you some of the question. You know the formulas. I think you are very comfortable with formulas as well. What is formula of a cube plus b cube if you need to factor on this formula then?
So it's just like a plus b
Hmm.
times that's like the first like factor.
Yeah, exactly.
Um then it's a squared, I think it's minus 2ab,
Minus ab, only ab
oh
we can.
minus ab plus b squared.
Very good, correct answer, right? You know this, I believe.
And then yeah,
And a cube minus b cube is similar to this. You just need to, like put a
switch the
minus sign here and plus sign here, and that will
yeah,
be done.
switch the two signs. Yeah.
Correct, correct. So I think you know them. Let us try to solve these questions, okay? Like all of them, whatever we have. So try the first question. I would be telling you the concept and then we will try to solve this. So basically they are asking which of the following describe the end behavior of the function. So you know how to decide the end behavior of a polynomial function?
Like what specific way?
Yeah.
Like I would just like I guess imagine it in my mind, like in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
like I
So
would try
yeah,
to
yeah, exactly. You just have to imagine how the graph will look like, how the ends of the graph will look like, and after that you can tell me the end behaviors. Same thing we have to do what you are saying.
yeah. So because it's an odd degree, it'll either start at it'll whichever one it starts at, it'll end at the opposite one, right?
Exactly, correct answer. And what is the leading
And then
coefficient? Is that negative or
-3.
positive? Yeah,
So you negative. So you start at the negative.
yeah, exactly. Like let us understand a bit concept we are understanding, right? So your answer is correct what you told. I'm just recapitulating. You already know this, by the way. So when we are talking about polynomial function and behavior, we have to look at the degree first of all. If there would be an even degree, right? Correct. So the graph will either go up, up, or the graph will go down, down. Okay. And if suppose you have an even degree and positive coefficient, so it will go up, up, right? And if you have a negative coefficient and even degree, then it will go down, down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does not matter. Like degree could be 2, 4, 6, 8. If that is even, and if this is like positive, then this will go up, up, and then down, down. And if that will go up, up, then you already know if x approaches to negative infinity, then y approaches to positive infinity. When x approaches to positive infinity, then also y approaches to positive infinity itself. And either side you approach, you will go to the negative infinity, right? In this case. Now the next one is let us understand. So let us try to relate with x to the power 1. That's an odd function, right? By the way. So if you have to make a graph for this, isn't it? The graph goes like this. Sorry, like it will pass through the origin. By mistake, I made that. Like this it is going, correct? So it is an increasing function. That means when you are increasing the x value, your y value are also increasing. So it is a down up. How it is?
I don't know.
Right. So whenever you have x odd and whenever this is positive, coefficient is positive, then this is like down and then it is like up. This is how the graph is made. Okay. And if you see negative x, how the graph of negative x look like? It's a decreasing function. So it will go up down. That means when your x value will increase, your y value will decrease simultaneously, right? So it is going to be negative x, and if there is an odd, then it is going to be up down. Okay. So this is what we have to understand. So over here, which kind of graph I'm going to get? I'm going to get this graph. This is the situation over here, right? It is going to go up and down. Correct?
It's gonna be decreasing. Yeah.
Yeah, that means when x approaches to negative infinity, y will approach to positive infinity. And when x will approach to positive infinity, the y will
I will
approach
approach
to
negative.
negative infinity. Now we have to choose the same option. Negative infinity, positive infinity, negative infinity. Option number B is the correct answer. Right. So this is how we have to solve. So shall I go to the next one? Okay. Yeah. So the next one is what is the degree and leading coefficient? That's easy one. I'm deleting this. Okay. So from here I'll get three answers. From here I'm
Yeah.
going to get two answers. That means the degree is going to be 5. Okay.
Yeah, 3 plus 2, 5. Yeah.
So this cannot be the answer. This cannot be the answer. So either A is the answer or either C is the answer. So what is going to be my answer? I need to check that out, right? So first of all, if I do this, I'm going to get x cube, right? From this one, correct? If I'm, see, you don't have to expand that completely. We can just have the smart approach in order to get the answer, right? So here I
It'll
could
be
get
4,
x
right?
cube, 24.
Yeah, x cubed times x squared
Like you literally don't
times
have to
4.
solve this. You just have to deal with the leading coefficient. Nah, then why you will have to solve that completely? Understanding my point. Without completely solving also you can tell the answer, isn't it? So x cube will come from here and x square will come from here. Yes or no? Is there any number at a and a here which can come over there?
No,
No numbers are there. So the only number which will multiply at the end, okay, that is going to be 4. So 4 is the leading coefficient, right? So you can directly take this one as your answer. No need to like bother. Or otherwise, many people they can do like that, but this is just the waste of the time. So 4, this is a plus b whole square. So write x square plus 4x plus 4, right? And this is like a minus b whole cube. So what is a minus b whole cube? It's a binomial
it's
expansion.
x, yeah,
A cube, then
equals x,
negative
yeah,
3
x minus 5.
a.
Or yeah, you can do this way.
Like, yeah, like I already know the formula, so I could do that, right? So your answer is also correct. You are saying like x minus 5 whole square, and then I'll multiply
Yeah,
x minus 5. That's also all right. That's also can be done. But since I already know the formula, I could do this way, correct?
yeah,
So now you can expand. So that is going to be x cube. That is going to be 3a square. That means you are going to be negative 3, and you are going to write x square and then 5. So 15x square, correct? And then you are going to write plus 3ab square. That means 25 times 75. So 75x. And then after that, you are going to write negative 120.
negative b cubed,
Yeah.
negative 5 times 5 times 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
125.
now basically we just have to take care of this one only, na? Like why I will multiply all of them. That is not needed because I just need the leading coefficient. So x to the power 5 and at the end, whatever will come, I have to distribute the 4 to that. So 4 x to the power 5 will come. So A is the correct answer. No problem, no? So no need to solve that completely. We could just have a smart guess and we could take out the answer out of this. Try this one, please.
Vertical asymptotes. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So this one and vertical asymptotes. This one
Okay.
was.
So if you don't know, let me tell you the concept a bit. If you know
You
this one.
can, don't you like factor
Yeah.
thing first? So
Exactly.
it's
See,
x squared minus 4.
yeah. So x squared
Um,
minus 4 can be factored
x
as
plus
x.
2, x minus 2. X
Yeah.
plus 2, x minus 2. Yeah.
Correct answer. And now you can factor the bottom. Okay. So that is going to be 6 and that is going to be negative 5. So that is going to be negative 2, negative 3. And you can directly write the answer since one is the coefficient there. So you can write x minus 2 and x minus 3. Correct? No problem. No?
Yeah. Then you can cancel, or you can.
Okay. I hope you
That
get.
would mean that 2 is one. That would mean that
Yeah.
2 is one of them.
Yeah. 2 is not one of them, by the way. Right? 2 is a whole actually. Whatever you
Well,
cancel out.
it's a horizontal asymptote.
No, no, no. 2 is a whole. Whatever you cancel out, see, there are three concepts. There is something called whole, there is something called vertical asymptote, there is something called horizontal asymptote. Okay, let me tell you a bit about that. Okay, in order to find the vertical asymptote, what you are doing, you are factoring both numerator and denominator. Okay, step number one. Step number two, you see, can you cancel something from numerator and denominator? If you can cancel something from numerator and denominator, then that is not the vertical asymptote. That is a whole actually. It is not considered to be the vertical asymptote, by the way. So we have a whole at x is equal to 2. That's not a vertical asymptote. If you are able to cancel that out. Get my point? Now, x minus 3 cannot be cancelled out. What is a vertical asymptote? Vertical asymptote is a point where function is undefined, where the function is not going to touch. That means you should get a 0 in the denominator. So vertical asymptote is x is equal to 3. When you put 0 in the denominator here, like 3, then 3 minus 3 is 0. This will become undefined. Understand? In order to find the vertical asymptote, whatever we are unable to cancel from the denominator, we put that equal to 0. And that's my answer. So x is equal to 3. Actually, options are wrong here. Only this would be the correct. X is equal to 3. Right? Understand my point? Okay. And there are three conditions to find the horizontal asymptote. Let us understand. Right. Okay, one more
Is
question
it
I'm asking.
just
Mhm.
if it's depending on the degree of
Numerator
the
and
numerator and the denominator,
yeah.
right?
So
So if
yeah,
they're equal, you put the numerator over like the coefficient of the
leading
numerator over the
coefficients of
coefficient
numerator
of the
denominator.
denominator. And
Yeah.
then if it's greater, then it's just like one, right? And if it's below, it's zero.
Yeah, exactly. Correct. So your teacher also teach like high D, low D, high, something like that?
Yeah, for a horizontal asymptote. Yeah,
Yeah, high D, low D, high. I don't remember like that because I never learned like that. Your answer is correct. When both will have the same coefficient, then sorry, same degree, then leading coefficients are the answer. For example, this one is y is equal to 1, right? When
yeah,
degree of denominator is greater, that means like denominator is like really big. So value will approach towards 0. So y is
yeah.
equal to 0 will come, right? So when degree of denominator is greater than numerator, then this will happen. And when numerator is greater than denominator, then there is no horizontal asymptote, right? Then there could be a probability that there could be a slant asymptote or oblique asymptote. But can we guarantee that there would be a
No,
slant asymptote or oblique asymptote when numerator is greater all the time? No,
no.
because the difference of degree must be 1.
Difference of degree. It
Like,
must be one for two. It
if,
must be one. Oh, because it has to be a line, right?
yeah, otherwise, yeah, if you get the quotient, then you can get
That's is that where you
quadratic.
that's where you do the synthetic the
Exactly.
division.
Exactly.
Okay.
You do the synthetic division, right? Or you could also do
Yeah.
the long division method because synthetic division has the limitation. You cannot do the synthetic division if the degree of divisor is more than 1. If degree of divisor is 1, if degree is a linear function, then only you can do the synthetic division. Otherwise, you cannot do that actually. Okay, that's also important point. So then there is no horizontal asymptote when numerator is greater, but there is the possibility of a slant asymptote, but the difference of degree of numerator and denominator must be 1 so that you could get a line as you told as your quotient. Otherwise, you make it a quadratic function, a parabola. Then how the parabola will act as an asymptote, right? Asymptotes are always the lines. I hope you get the point.
Yeah.
Okay, so here the answer is x is equal to 3. It's my bad actually. I think here options what is given is wrong. Okay, sometime it happens. So just cancel this out. This is not the option. Okay, shall we go to the next one? Before
Yeah.
going to the next question, let me ask one question very quickly. Okay, so suppose you are getting something like this x minus 2, x minus 5, x minus 2, and then again x minus 2. Then what you think? Do we have a hole over here?
No.
Why?
Because even if you cancel out like the first two x minus twos, the two value would still be present in the denominator, right? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah. That means, like if you are getting a kind of hole and a vertical asymptote at the same point, right? Then the vertical asymptote has the precedence over the hole because the vertical asymptote will dominate, right? Correct? As you told, your answer is correct. Even though you cancel this out, then also x minus 2 would be present in denominator. So there would be a kind of asymptote, right?
yeah,
Correct.
it's like those two. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Now try this one, please.
Horizontal. So degree of the numerator has to be greater. So it can't be option
Degree
B
of
or
numerator
option
has to be
B.
greater or both has to be same.
Oh, because it has to be numerator. You're right. You're right. I thought it was because it's not a line. Sorry. So it has to be option A, right?
Yeah, it has to be option number A, right? What would be answer for option B?
The answer for option B would be numerator is less than denominator, so it'd just be zero, right? Y
And
equals.
what would be answer for option C? Horizontal asymptote?
Would it be a like a line?
That would be
Like
a
a
line. That means a
for
slant
option C.
asymptote. There is no horizontal
It's a
asymptote.
slant.
Okay, yeah, correct,
Yeah,
correct,
well, yeah. Oh,
correct.
so so is the terminology just to call it a slant asymptote
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time then?
yeah. Slant asymptote or oblique asymptote. Whenever you get a
Okay.
line, right? Because when you say line, isn't it the vertical is also a line? Horizontal is
Yeah,
also a
that's true.
horizontal line, isn't it? So they all are
Yeah.
a line, right? So you are like watching the IPL matches?
Yeah. Like Gujarat versus Punjab today, right? I think
Yeah,
I think one of the teams will go over 300 this season for
yeah.
sure.
SRH.
Yeah, sorry, because they also have the ground, right? They have a
Yeah,
batting ground.
yeah, exactly. So SRH is your favorite one?
I don't know. The problem is it's hard to pick favorites because the players switch around so much.
Yeah,
So
exactly, exactly.
it's a bit difficult.
I don't
So
know,
I tend
like
to
SRH is becoming my favorite day by day. I don't know why, but it is.
yeah, because they make a lot of it's fun to watch. They make a lot of
Yeah,
money.
exactly.
Yeah.
Travis Head and Ishan Kishan is from Ranchi. That's why.
Yeah.
Ishan Kishan, he was playing in the cricket club, which is very nearby my house. So he was playing over
Oh,
there. I think your dad must be staying over there in Dhruva because your dad studied from DPS school Ranchi. No, JVM Syamli, I think. He studied from the
same
same
school
school.
as Dhoni.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
school as Dhoni. Yeah, he told me that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
He
I
also
studied
played for
from.
Jharkhand in the
Yeah,
Ranji Trophy, right? Ishan
yeah,
Kishan.
yeah. Yeah, he represents Jharkhand. He's from Bihar, Patna, by the way. Like it's his hometown, but he played from Jharkhand. Okay, so try this one. Use a calculator to approximate. We don't have to approximate the real zero for this. You know the factor theorem, something called factor theorem.
I think maybe we call it something else.
Like
Is
it's
it the P over Q one?
uh, the
Is
rational
it P over
theorem,
like the
like px
or
upon
is the
q.
rational root theorem P over Q?
Yeah, like this is, yeah, you can use that one as well. No problem at all.
Oh,
And
is this
synthetic
different?
could be done. Correct,
Is
correct.
this different from rational root theorem or is it
No,
this?
no, no. Same thing. It is same thing, but we will not do that because we have the option to choose from, right? So if that would
Yeah,
be FRQ question, then that would be much better to use. I'll give you some of the question of that kind, where you have to use the rational theorem, what you were saying. You have to hit and try, then you have to do the synthetic division, then have to factor again, right? That one you were talking about. Correct,
yeah.
correct. So basically, see, in this one, what we can do, factor theorem is if you are going to plug in any number and if you get a zero out of the function, then that number is the factor, right? That is the point. Okay. So basically, what I could do is I could hit and try. Maybe I could hit one. Okay. So if you hit one, F1, if you are writing, then what you are getting? Then that is going to
So
be
it's
1
minus five, minus six,
minus 6
plus 11,
plus 11
minus six.
minus 6. Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it
So this
equals
is a
zero.
factor. So can I say that x is equal to 1 a factor?
Yeah.
Right. And after that, what you could do, you can do the synthetic division using this factor. Okay. So you can write 1, negative 6, 11, negative 6. And now you can drop the first number because we dropped the first number so that we could have something to multiply with. So 1 I will write negative 5, then that would be 6, and then 6 here, and then 0. Last one is always my remainder, right? Whenever
Yeah.
we write the quotient, I think you know this, right? Already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my quotient is always having the degree 1 less than my dividend. So my dividend is cube, so my quotient is going to be square. So it is x square minus 5x plus 6. Now you can factor
At
this
this point,
out.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
x
same thing as before, x minus two, x minus three. Yeah.
x minus 3. So your answers are x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. So one of the answer is 1 and one of like other two answers are 3, like 2 and 3. And there must be total 3 answers. So option A is the correct answer. I hope you get the point, right?
Yeah.
So this is how we have to do easy. Now try question number 6.
Value x is not in the
So
domain.
basically we have to find the domain. So for finding
So
the domain, we find whole and vertical asymptote because they are not
yeah,
included.
yeah, we have to yeah, x squared minus 4x plus 4. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
actually x minus 2 whole square.
2 squared. Yeah. So 2 is
Hmm.
no,
Not the
2
whole
is
square.
the vertical asymptote.
Yeah, correct. So your
And
domain is going to be from negative infinity to 2
infinity
union.
to u to infinity.
So that's your
Yeah.
domain. So that's the answer. That's not included. Now let us come to the free response questions. Okay, free response
Factor.
questions are, we have to factor this up, they are asking. So
Is
basically,
this just factor by grouping?
factor by grouping, yes, correct.
So you just take x minus 4 out
Hmm.
of
So how we come to know this is factor by grouping? We make the pair. After that, we check the coefficient. Are the ratio of the coefficient same or not, right? Okay, your answer is
yeah,
correct. So x square you will take out, then you are left with x and then minus 4.
x minus 4.
And then minus 1 you will take out, then x minus 4. Correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
Then you have x minus 4 and then you have x square minus 1. You can factor this more.
Yeah, x plus 1, x
Yeah, x plus
minus
1
1.
and x plus minus 1. And then there are three answers are there. X is equal to 4. And then you have x is equal to 1. Negative 1, I mean, x is equal to 1. And what else?
Yeah.
They're asking identify the real zero and their multiplicities. So all of them has the multiplicity of 1, right?
1, yeah.
Yeah, all of them have same multiplicity. Sketch a rough graph showing the end behavior and x-intercept. Okay. So basically why they are saying the rough graph, why you exactly cannot exactly graph this one as of now, as of the knowledge you have right now.
As of the knowledge you have right now,
Why you can only sketch a rough graph? Why not the exact graph as of now? Because you don't know the minimum and maximum point. That's the reason, right?
uh,
Getting my point.
wait, but
Let us understand. What I mean is,
wouldn't it be relative minimum and relative maximum?
so
Because
what is relative minimum and maximum? What's that point?
it's like where the decreasing interval, like the decreasing interval and the
Okay, yeah. So
increasing
what
interval
would be
change.
that exactly point? What that exact point would be? That's the question.
You have to, yeah, you can't do it without guessing and checking. Yeah,
You have to guess and check. And for this in AP Calc, you are going to learn that you have to differentiate this. You have to find the derivative and then you have to use the second derivative rule, right? Since in AP Pre-Calc, you don't know the derivative and you don't know the second derivative rule, so you can't do that, right? So rough graph. Let us understand how we are doing this is easy actually. So I'm making a rough graph over here. So first of all, I'm going to decide the end behavior, what the end behavior is going to be. This is a odd exponent, right? Odd degree, positive.
it's even,
Yeah,
well, yeah, positive.
positive and odd, by the way. Okay. So it will go
Yeah,
down now, right?
yeah. It's just
And
increasing. Yeah,
yeah, it's increasing actually. So down up. And now I have the multiplicities are 1, by the way. Okay. So I'm going to write 4. So 4 will come some about here. Then negative 1 will come some about here. And then 1 will come some about here. I'll find the y-intercept as well. So y-intercept is going to be 4. So I'm just going to plot the y-intercept as well over there. And I know how it is going to be. It is going to be down. Here I'll make a down arrow and here I'll make up arrow. Right. No problem now.
yeah,
Now, the point is up to what height it is going to go. That is what we don't know. Okay. So it will make like this, make like this, make like this. And now the point is you should stop here or you should go up to here and then go like that. Getting my point, right? So what is going to be your minimum value? You don't know like right now. That's why you just have to make a rough graph. So this is the graph. You understand now why you exactly cannot make. Because why it is going from here only? Why it can't go like this? It should have gone.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
Or why it can't go like this? Right? So what is the height? What is the minimum and maximum? We don't know that. How to find minimum and maximum, by the way? Like when you will find the derivative, there is a way. This is a very simple question of derivative, by the way. So whenever you have x to the power n, right? Correct? Then the derivative for this one is derivative will like represent by y bar, like y prime, like that. Okay. So that is n times x n minus 1. That is the formula of derivative you will learn in next grade, by the way. Okay. So if suppose you have to find the derivative of x to the power 3, 3 will jump outside first of all. So you will write 3 and will minus 1 from this. So 3x square is my derivative. Understand?
Yeah.
I hope you get this one. So
So then,
basically what you have to do over here is in order to find the derivative, you have to find the first derivative, right? In order to find minimum maximum. So if you do this, you will get 2x like 3x square, you see, right? Then you are going to get minus 8x, then minus 1, and the derivative of a constant number is 0 all the time. Get this right?
yeah.
So this is going to be first derivative, then you put equal to 0, find the critical point. Like you don't have to do this. You have to find the critical point, then you plug in over there, you will get this point, exactly what this is, right? Then you will come from there like that. So no need to make the exact graph. So this is the answer for third one. Now what they're asking, question number 8. Determine the
Okay.
domain. Oh, that's easy.
The domain. So x plus 4, x plus 2, x minus 2 is
Yeah,
what the,
yeah.
like the, so you just, so you just have to do
And
negative
also,
infinity.
also we need to take care if there is any hole or not, right? So that's why you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to like factor the top one as well. So negative 6, you have to factor into 1. So that is 3 times 2, and that is minus 2. So that is going to be x plus 3, x minus 2. And in bottom, you are going to write x minus 2, x plus 2. This and this will cancel out. So see, there is a
The whole
hole.
is that.
So you will
Yeah.
write hole at x is equal to 2 and vertical asymptote at x is equal to
With a negative. Yeah.
negative.
Negative 2.
And by the way, both whole and vertical asymptotes are not the part of the domain. We are
Yeah.
excluding both of them from the domain, right? So my domain is going to be from negative infinity to negative
To negative 2. And
union,
then negative 2, u negative 2 to 2.
then
Then u 2 to infinity.
correct. So this is how we do, right? So vertical, okay, horizontal asymptote also they're asking. So that's simple, y is equal to 1, right? Because degree of both numerator and denominator are,
It's both 2, so you divide the leading coefficient, you get 1.
yeah,
Because both of them are second degree.
yeah, that's true. So this is how we are doing. And what is the end behavior? Okay, end behaviors are very simple, but here the people get confused sometime. Okay, so I'll tell you like a bit of this and a domain question also, like from rational function. There are some tricky ones. So end behavior is very simple. You just have to take care of your horizontal asymptote because always your graph is going to reach the horizontal asymptote no matter what. If you make a rough graph of this, how the graph will look like. So basically you have a horizontal asymptote at y is equal to 1. So you will make y is equal to 1.
So you can just, yeah.
And then y is equal to negative 2 is my vertical asymptote. So this is my vertical asymptote like that. And that's a positive function. So it would be made in the first quadrant and the third quadrant. So graph will go like this. And then it will go like this. All right, no problem. This is how the graph will look like. So, like we don't have to make this all the time. You just have to remember that whenever you have to answer for the end behavior, you just have to answer for the vertical asymptote. No matter what you are taking, negative infinity or positive infinity, the graph reaches to the vertical asymptote itself. Also, sorry, horizontal asymptote, I mean, not vertical. So sorry, right? So you will write when x approaches to negative infinity, fx approaches to
Oh, okay, okay. I see. Fx when fx then it approaches
like what positive?
positive infinite.
Nah, nah, one, nah. I told you now, whenever you are doing
Oh,
that,
it approaches the asymptote. Okay, so both of
yeah,
them approach
always,
one then.
always. Whenever you are
So
being
okay,
asked the end behavior, any question, you just need to know the horizontal asymptote. Always the graph will end, reach the horizontal asymptote all the time, right?
okay.
So when x approaches to positive infinity, again the
It
fx
also
is going to
approaches
approach 1,
which
right?
one?
So
Okay.
like that. So this is what we have to remember about the rational function and behavior. This is a speciality. I'm asking
Okay.
just one more question, okay? So the question is, if suppose you have -3 and x minus 5 whole square, what's the domain of this function, by the way? Domain is
Okay.
easy. Wait, wait, don't tell me the domain. I think you will be able to tell that. Tell me the range.
The range of the okay. So the range of the function should be anything. Okay. So x minus. So you just have to consider that five, like the denominator, like whatever's in the denominator, uh, can't be like greater, like x can't be greater than Actually, no, it'll be squared, right? So it'll always come out positive.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's the trick. But there is a
oh,
reflection also at the same time. Okay, by the way, what is the range for this one? Tell me. This graph.
range for this graph,
Hmm.
negative infinity to one u one to infinity.
That means whenever we are talking about the range, we are excluding the horizontal asymptote. That's my purpose. And whenever we are talking about the domain, we are excluding the vertical asymptote and holes.
Vertical asymptote. Okay.
And holes as well at the same time. Okay. That is the 2 point we have to remember. By the way, this one is a special one. Why? Because there is a square effect. So
Yeah.
whenever you have a whole square, and see what will happen. Let me make this one. Okay, so with like whenever we are talking about the range, see how the graph will look like first of all for this. I know the horizontal asymptote is going to be y is equal to 0 because the degree of denominator is greater, right? And vertical asymptote is going to be 5. Okay, like this. So first of all, if you write the general equation for function, this is how the rational function look like, the parent function, right? And its transformation is a upon x minus h plus k. Correct? No problem. No? This is the transformation. Okay. So basically what you have to remember, whenever you put a negative here in a, you just have to compare with the quadratic function. This is how the quadratic function is being written, the transformation formula, the vertex formula, right? So once you put
Which
a negative, what will happen? It is,
there's just anything negative, anything
yeah,
below.
yeah, like it is reflection over the x-axis. It is reflection over the vertex. Whatever the vertex should be, it is going to be reflected over the vertex, right? In same manner, if you have a square and if suppose there is no negative, so always the graph will go up and up. If it will never come down the asymptote, the horizontal asymptote, I mean. So how the graph would be made? If there is no negative sign, then the graph would be made like this. It will make a kind of cusp, right? Like this.
Any, okay.
I hope you get the point. So your range is going to be for this one 0 to infinity. Okay, correct. And by the way, if you put a negative over here, like here, I mean, then again it is going to
Yeah.
make a cusp, but it is going to go down and
Maybe
down,
opposite. Yeah.
both of them. So that is going to be from negative infinity to 0, right? And you are going to learn about these things like cusp, jump, sharp edges. So whenever we are going to learn the first chapter in AP Calc, that is called limits, right? So in limits, you have to learn about which function is continuous, which function is discontinuous, right? Not continuous at all. So the function is not continuous at the points where they have a sharp turn, a clasp, jumps, right? Sharp corners, these things. For example, if you make absolute value function, this is how the absolute value functions are, right?
Yeah.
So this is called a sharp corner. So at sharp corner, the function is not continuous. We will learn in limit chapter. I think you have limit in your book. In book which you are following right now, there is limit in this. Right, just a second. Let me answer my student. Okay, yeah. So I hope you get the point. No problem, na? So how the
Yeah.
graph will work and everything, right? Okay, I'm just asking one more question. I'm deleting all of them. Done? I'm deleting, okay. Okay, one more question I'm asking is x minus 4, and then what is the horizontal asymptote for this?
Horizontal asymptote. Does it still follow the same rules or?
Yeah, it is going to follow, no doubt about that. So what's the answer?
So it's still just y is equal to 0 then.
0, and then it is going 3 unit up.
Oh, so
0
y
plus
y is equal to
3,
y is equal to
3. See, let us make
so
it
would you
simple.
just
See, first of all, you will focus here, right?
yeah
When you focus here, what you come to know? You come to know that degree of denominator is greater. So
yeah
you know y is equal to 0 is my asymptote for this function, right?
yeah
But this function is again being shifted 3 unit to the up. So y
oh
plus 3. So
okay
ultimately, your answer is going to be y is equal to 3.
y equals 3.
So many people they confuse in this. So that's why I told you. Like in all of them, you have to take care about going up or down. If suppose if I give you something like this, okay. First of all, let me make you some of the graphs here and then let me show you that one. Okay. So, oh yeah, you remember that guy? You know this? Ashutosh Sharma. You watched that match?
Yeah, where he basically carried them to the victory, right? He hit, what
Yeah.
was it, 60 off, I don't know,
Yeah, that was
something like that. He hit,
unbelievable knock. Like Delhi
yeah,
Capitals and I think Lucknow Super Giants was there. I
yeah.
do not get the time. I just watch the highlights and enjoy. I just watch the highlight of that. So y is equal
Yeah,
to
they're pretty long.
like, and I think your time zone will also not be matching to the matches whatever they are having in India right now. So that
It's in
is
the
x
morning.
minus 3.
Yeah.
And then if you do this, then you are going to write x square. And then you are going to write, see right now it is making a cusp over there. But if I do minus 4, it will become normal graph. Okay. And now see carefully. Right now, what is my horizontal asymptote?
It's 0
That's
right now.
0, right? But see, when I'm going to write plus 3, then what will happen?
So okay.
It
So
will
you
be
just
3 unit up.
so you just consider it without the 3 and then you just shift everything 3 units up
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, exactly. Every point will move 3 unit up. Right. Same thing goes with, just a second. Let me make this. Okay. Right now, what is my asymptote? Leading coefficients are
Or
3.
even so it's just one equal, so it's just one.
Yeah, like leading, yeah, like coefficient because the degrees are same. But see,
Yeah.
again, it moved 3 unit up. So first of all, you decide, like what is the horizontal asymptote for this part? Okay. And after that, whatever the transformation is there, you just do that transformation. I look at this function, I come to know, okay, y is equal to 1 is my like horizontal asymptote. But again, there is a shift by 3. So y is equal to 4 is my answer ultimately. So this is what you have to take care of because many people don't know this, so it's important. I hope you get the point. No problem, no?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay, now I'm giving some of the factoring questions. Let us try that one time, and then we will go to the next unit. So I'm rubbing this one, right? So I think you are clear with the revision part, like of these kind of question, no problem, no?
I think after each review, I'll just go to that section in the book and do it,
Yeah,
like in the review.
exactly. Yeah. And now I'm giving one more question, factoring. To whom I was teaching this recently, to Anshita. I'm sending actually one. Uh, there was a lot of questions. Is your group? Okay, I got this one. I'm giving the question from that one only. Just a second. Got this one. So suppose this is the rational factoring, like rational theorem factoring, px upon qx1, like what you were talking about. So there is fx function. That fx function is equal to x to the power 4 minus 12x cube plus 20x square plus 96x. You have to factor this out and you have to find all four roots. This is like FRQ, open-ended, like you have to answer by yourself.
Yeah. So you can check if the ratio isn't the same for
Hmm.
this, right? Is it? No. So you
No,
can't
ratios
group.
are not same, so grouping cannot be done by the way, right?
Yeah. Okay. And then, so you just find all the factors of 96
Mhm.
over 1
Yeah,
because
like before that,
easy.
what we could do, yeah, your answer is correct. What you are saying is correct, right? So basically, what I'm going to do, see, X is in all of them. So first of all, we look that can we take something common as a whole? If we can, then we could do that, right? So if you see carefully, we could take X out from all of them, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. So if you do that, then we're going to write X cube minus
Yeah.
12x square plus 20
Plus.
plus 96. No problem, na?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what you are doing is correct. We have to multiply this and this term together, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. So whatever will come, or as you are saying, like px upon qx, you have to do, and then we have to find
So
it all factors. So 96 factors, right?
248.
Like as per my experience, whenever I have done this question, right, go maximum up to three. Take minus one plus one, okay, plus two
Okay.
minus two, plus 3 minus 3, maximum plus 4 minus 4. It will always work. Always 100 and 100%. It's my experience. There is never a question where I have seen like the factors which are above that is working. Right. So
Or
basically
48 would work. Yeah. So,
48, like that will take a lot of time now.
yeah.
If you plug in 48,
So
yeah,
two works,
plus
three
or
works,
minus.
four works.
Yeah, three, not sure. Yeah, three works. That's enough. Four works. This is enough.
Yeah.
And now I'll
Yeah.
just have my common sense. If I take one, then 96 is a very big number. It will not cancel out, by the way. So do not do this. Minus one will also not work. I could use maybe minus two because if you do plus two, I don't think so. Plus two is going to work as well. Right. So I'm going to take this function. I'm going to take minus two. We hit and try, right? We see like where I'm going to get a zero when I plug in that, right? This is how the rational theorem works, px upon qx. So I'm going to do this and I definitely don't know it is going to come or not, but yeah, I could hit and try. So 12 negative 2 square plus 20 -2 plus 96. And we hope that we get a 0 out of this. So -8 बरचो 48 48 so 12 times 4, yeah, 48, then minus 40 and plus 96. And luckily, I think it works. Right. So there is some of
Yeah,
the
it
common
does.
sense I
Yeah.
used because
Yeah.
it's very common that if you take one, then how 96 would be cancelled out? You will not get as big as 96 by plugging in one, right?
Yeah.
So you get a zero. So this is only called the factor theorem. Factor theorem and remainder theorem. These are two things. Remainder theorem and factor theorems are the same thing. If you plug in any number like a function as you solve the composite functions and all, if you get a zero, that is called a factor theorem. And if you get some remainder, that is only called the remainder theorem. The names just
So
they get changed.
okay. Gotcha. So the
So
same thing. So
yeah,
then you just do synthetic with -2, right?
yeah. So I'll write x equal -2 is one of the factor, right? Is a factor.
Yeah.
Correct. And now I'll use the synthetic division. So I'll write -2 and then I'll write 1, -12, 20, 96. I definitely know that I'll get a 0 because this is a factor. 1 is there, right? So now we
Yeah.
are going to have -2, correct? That is going to
Yeah.
be -14. So that is going to make 14 दूना 28.
14, 28, right?
Yeah.
Or wouldn't it just be positive 28? Because
Sorry, by mistake I wrote that. Yeah. So 48 that will make, and that is -96.
yeah,
Zero
negative
will come.
90. Yeah. So
So
it's
I know
0.
my
Yeah.
quotient is going to be 1 degree less than what we had, right? So this is like
Yeah.
x square minus 14x and plus 48. And 8 and 6, -8, -6, right? So
Yeah.
x minus 6, x minus 8. Okay. So so they're asking in the free response FRQ that factor and find all the roots or all the zeros. They both are the same thing. So basically you will write x and then you will write x plus 2 because x equal to -2 was a factor, right? So it will
Yeah.
go to the other side. So this will become a factor, right? Correct? X plus 2 and then we have x minus 6 and then we have x minus 8. So this is the factor. And then zeros are x is equal to 0, x is equal to -2, x is equal to 6, x is equal to 8. So these are the four zeros because degree was 4. No problem, 100% now.
Yeah.
Okay, let us do some more questions related to this. I hope you get the point, right? Okay, I'm giving one more. It's easy actually. Let me give you a tough one maybe. This one, or 5. They will definitely not ask something like this, but let me try. What is the state testing which you were taking over there? You are from New Jersey, na?
Yeah. So it's the state testing is NJ. Well, there's no state testing in sophomore. We have state testing in freshman and junior year, so I have no state testing this year.
Yeah. Actually, I know that. In grade 7th, 8, what state take? Like NWEA state testing you also take?
Yeah, and NWA map and we also NJSLA, and then in high school you take NJGPA.
Okay. Because, I know more about California because there is CASP testing, there is map testing, obviously, for this one as well. So
We
different
did map
states have
testing
their,
in middle school. Yeah.
yeah, in middle school. Then there is something called STAR test or something like that is in, I think, Georgia. In Georgia it is, in Atlanta. Okay.
So
Yes.
we have for high school we have state test junior year we have NJGPA.
Hmm.
Then I mean everything is junior year. We have I'll have like you have all the APs, you have NJGPA, you have SAT, and you can take SAT if you want to as well. ACT if you want to as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Both you can take over there. That's true.
So,
So because we have a lot of junior grade students from New Jersey, I was teaching New Jersey students before like 3, 4 years ago. But right now, because I have a lot of students from the same school, so it's always easy to teach them. Like I have 12 to 15 students from the same school itself. And then
oh
there are
wow.
more than like 500 students or Noble learners from America. Like all other tutors are teaching like Mridul and all IITians. So I just wanted to know, like what are the state testings in New Jersey? Perfect. I'll tell to them so that my other student could prepare, like who are in grade sixth, seventh in middle school.
In middle school they have map testing and they have NJSLA testing.
Okay, NJSLA testing is there, right? Okay, perfect.
When you get to high school, NJSLA becomes NJGPA.
Okay.
And it isn't every year, it's only freshman and junior
Yeah,
year.
it's only okay in freshman they are taking and in
Yeah, and freshman and junior year, you
okay,
take NJGPA.
not in sophomore year, right? They don't take that.
No, not in sophomore year.
Okay.
Because in in freshman year you just have like like so in middle school how it works is every year you have to do English and math. And
Uh-huh.
then eighth grade, you also have in eighth grade, you have English, math, and science. In high school, how it works is freshman year, you have English and math, and junior year, you have English, math, and science.
Okay, so that's the pattern, right? Yeah. So next year that means you need to take. You are in grade 10th right now in 11th.
Yeah. So next year, I'm 10 in 10th right now. So next year, I have to take
Yeah, you have to take in the
NJGPA.
junior year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, to take NJGPA, SAT, ACT, APs.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So 14x squared minus 32x. How we can do this?
Like factor it.
Yeah, we have to factor this completely. That's the question.
Okay. You can take the X out, I guess, first. Or is there a common pattern?
Yeah, actually there is a
No.
common pattern in this. You are correct.
Oh yeah,
Then you can
yeah,
take x out
848,
also. That's
3x.
also fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take like for the x minus x six like the 164 and the 164. Right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. So you just have to do grouping factoring over here.
Okay.
This group and this group. But yeah, as you told before that, it's better to take x common because that will not impact anyway our group factoring, right?
Yeah.
And since we have to factor completely, that's always a good approach. So take x outside. So x to the power 5, 6x to the power 4 plus 4x cube
Yeah. Yeah.
minus 8x square plus 48x minus 32. And now you have to take this and this. So
Yeah.
here you will take
So
out.
x cubed,
Mhm.
and
So
then is it minus 6
where minus 6x and then
plus 4
plus,
plus 4 you can do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you are going to take minus and you are going to add 8, right?
Yeah, minus 8. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is going to become x square negative 6x and plus 4, right? And then your answer is going to be x times, you will write this, you take this common, so x square minus 6x plus 4, right? And then you have to do x cube minus 8. No problem, no?
Yeah.
Can we factor this more because we have to find all the zeros as well for this?
Yeah. So x cubed minus 6x plus 4 we can do first.
I don't think we
So
want to do that, so we have to directly find the zero for that. Maybe,
we have to do
that's
quadratic
the answer will
formula.
come.
Yeah, you can do quadratic or you can complete the square, right?
Yeah, you can complete the square. That's fine. Let us complete the square only, right? It's better because that's easy to do.
Yes,
So,
x squared minus 6x plus
yeah, and by
9.
the way, it is still not factored completely because this is a
Yeah,
formula.
x cubed. Yeah, x cubed minus 8. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
So,
that's x.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's x minus 2
Hmm.
times x squared
Hmm.
plus ab or plus 2x, yeah. And
Hmm.
then yeah, plus b squared. Yeah.
Correct answer. Perfect. So this is how you are going to do, right? And this is going to be x square minus 6x plus 4. Yeah. Now this is factored completely. We cannot do anything to this. Now two zeros, we already know x is equal to 0 will come and x is equal to 2 will come. Now we need to work with these two. Okay. So let us work with those two. So this is going to be, okay. So let us complete the square. So x minus 6x, well, 4, negative 4. So basically, you know now how to complete the square, right? So
Yeah,
you
so
divide
it
this
just
by 2.
becomes
X minus 3 whole square.
yeah,
And then this is going to become, you have to add the 9 to the other side. So if you add
yeah.
the 9, you are going to get mm, b square. So 5.
It's going to be 5. Yeah,
Yeah, so basically that is x minus 3 is equal to plus or
root
minus
5.
root 5.
5. Yeah,
Okay, and then plus 3 on the both sides. So two more answers I got, plus or minus root 5 and plus 3. Correct?
yeah,
And another answer I could get from here. So these are not imaginary answer, by the way, irrational answers we are getting, right?
yeah.
That's perfect. So we will
And
write
this
x
um
minus plus 1
yeah,
whole square is equal to negative 4. Okay, here we will get the imaginary answer and plus 1. So that is x plus 1 whole square is equal to negative 3. Correct? So
yeah,
x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus root 3i, right? And so x is equal to plus or minus root 3i minus 1. So two answers from here, two answers from here, four answer, two answers from here. Total is the six answer. So this is how we have to do, right?
okay. So if I measure this,
Just give me 1 second.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
so you understand this one, right?
yeah,
Okay, so this is how we have to do. Let us go to the next one. So this is what basically we have to do, right? You just tell me one more question. The end. ब्रो अल्तेब का क्लास है वो वेट कर रहा है रूम में लगता है टीचर ज्वाइन नहीं किया ओके so here what we have to do is I'm just asking one actually one of my student is waiting in the class and I think teacher didn't join you understand Hindi I understand right complete Hindi you
yeah,
understand
yeah. Understand indeed. Yeah.
yeah you understand Bhojpuri as well because in Patna people speak.
Oh no, my language is I don't. My mother tongue is Maithili.
Yeah, Mathli, Mathli. Like my mother tongue is Maghi. Maghi is, like I understand Mathli. When you speak, I can understand. I can't speak because the people from Darbhanga, their tone is Mathli only. Our tone is Maghi. Like we are from Gaya. Gaya, Gaya is a place in Bihar. A lot
I
of
like
Brahmins are also living there.
yeah.
Like,
My parents know the
yeah,
basics of Maithili. I don't understand much. Like I'm fluent in Hindi, but I don't understand much Maithili.
yeah, Mathli, like how they speak. Jai Chiye.
It's like
Like that.
yeah. Ahan kiyan si hamnik chi is
Yeah,
yeah.
like that.
Or
I
like
know like a lot of
or like
songs are there.
yeah. It's like Hamar nam Rushirich, like stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hamar nam Rushirich, like
I'm
things
not
like
able to
that.
understand your accent actually, but yeah, if Indian people
It's
upper
like
speak,
Hamar nam Rushirich.
हाँ, हमर नाम
Yes.
रुसिल बा, रुसिल, yeah, something like that.
H. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Like
Yeah.
Mithila was what that is called, like the Sita ji, like Mithila is a very
Yeah.
famous place.
Ramayana. Yeah.
Yeah. So Lord
Like
Rama,
Chanakya.
yeah, had what that is called father-in-law house. Father-in-law house was in Mithila, actually in Mithilanchal, at that place. Chitrakoot is in Darbhanga, I believe.
Isn't it called it's called Sitamari because Sita was born there, right?
Yeah. Sita Mari. Yeah, exactly. That's also a district near to Darbhanga. Yeah, so I'm just asking one more question. If suppose there is x to the power 5 and plus 7, x to the power 4 minus 9x cube plus 9, what would be the end behavior of this function?
Okay, so it's like a odd degree, so that means it's
Exactly.
gonna start at one and end at the other, and because it's
Yeah.
positive, that means it's increasing.
Yeah, down up, right?
Yeah, down.
Yeah, so it will start like this and end somewhere like this, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So when x approaches to negative infinity, fx approaches to negative infinity as well.
Like infinity as well. And when x approaches positive infinity, f of x approaches positive infinity as well.
Exactly, correct. So
Yeah.
this is how we have to do, right? So no problem, you understand this? So in next
Yeah, I
class, we are
understand.
going to recapitulate for AP examination, for AP pre-calc exam. I think logarithmic function, exponential function. Then there is polar equation, which we are already done, like that is what we are learning right now. Yeah, and
Yeah.
there is one more topic like matrices and all. We will do that as well, okay? And all other topic from the Barron's book. Perfect. So
Okay.
let us meet on Thursday. If there would be anything from our school which is going on, which we already have done, but if there would be any doubt, please let me know. I'll tell you in the class. Okay.
We're just doing parametric, so it's fine because you already
Yeah,
covered it.
yeah, because we already have discussed a lot of classes on that review as well. So it's fine, right? Done?
Yeah.
Okay, so take care of yourself, Russell, and have a good night ahead. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're most welcome. Hello, Anvita. Am I audible?